Today I am revisiting my childhood and playing GTA San Andreas once more. I get on my bike and make my way to Grove Street. Once I make it to Grove Street, I park up my bike in the garage. I then reunite with all the lads. And while walking, the rival gang who wears purple pulls up on us and starts gunning us down, blowing up our car in the process. So what do? Get on BMX bikes and pedal away. We eventually make it back to Grove Street and finish the mission. I park my new BMX bike in the garage and go inside CJ's old house. I have a look around a bit, and he might live in an extremely dangerous neighborhood, but his house is actually quite nice. I spot a camera in the corner of my bedroom, so I do what anyone would do in this situation, instantly pick it up and start taking photos of woman outside. While taking photos, I get interrupted by one of my gang members telling me how things have changed around here. I immediately hang up and go back to taking photographs. The next mission is driving Ryder with me to go get a new haircut. I'm not entirely sure why we need to take him to get me a new haircut, but hey, I don't make the rules, I just abide by them. I actually knew a guy named Ryder once at my old school. He was one of those guys who acted tough but grew up in a gated community. One day he just stopped coming to school, and after a couple of weeks, I heard he got suspended for hitting on the art teacher. I still don't know if that was the real reason he stopped coming to school, but hey, if it was the real reason, you really gotta respect the grind and the confidence to hit on a 45-year-old woman when you're 14 years old. I hate to admit it, but he's my idol. We make our way to the barbershop, and I decide to get a little mustache. Ryder then body shames us and tells us we're too skinny and to go get something to eat. Forget about the gang war. I'm worried about CJ becoming anorexic. I walk into the pizza shop, and Ryder, being Ryder, attempts to rob the joint and fails miserably. We make a break for it for the car and drive away. Sweet wants us to go with him and cover up the tags that the purple gang put in our region. What never fails to amaze me is how Sweet can drive on the right side of the car. I was driving just then, and somehow he's driving on the other side. I take Sweet back home and finish the mission. I now understand why CJ is so gangster. He doesn't look both ways before crossing the road. We go hunting for a drug dealer as we want to clean these streets up by selling the drugs ourselves. We pull up at one of the ballers' cribs and beat them to death with baseball bats. I then take Sweet home, not to judge any gangs, but it just seems as if I'm the chauffeur driving everyone around. Maybe I could join a gang and be their Uber service. I mean, in the next mission, I literally just drive them to the fast food place. I know CJ has been out of the gang for quite some time, but still, maybe just some extra work would be complimentary. While ordering in the drive-thru, the ballers drive past and start shooting, so we follow in quick pursuit. Eventually we break the car and I hop out to finish them off, and the car explodes, killing me in the process. Attempt 2 goes about the same, except this time I don't die in a fiery blaze. On the way back to Grove Street, I flip the car and almost get blown up. The prostitute just keeps walking past, not even moving an eyelid. You gotta respect the work mindset. I then get body shamed again and get told to go hit the gym. Before I do that, I go to Emmett's house and get some target practice and a pistol. I then get shamed again by a gang member calling me and disrespecting my drip. Personally, I think a tasteful wife beater with jeans is just right, but apparently not. It doesn't seem right to call a piece of clothing after physical abuse. I think we should change the name to the Kitty Fiddler. I drive over to the clothing store to get some new threads. I choose my clothing options very carefully, making sure everything matches and looks as drippy as possible. This is what I end up with. Nothing screams I'm on a green gang more than wearing cowboy hat and jandals. I figure I should go hit the gym and lose some fat and gain some muscle. I give myself carpal tunnel by repeatedly pushing left shift as fast as possible for several minutes. I eventually reach my max workout for the day. I go pick up the gang to get OG Luke, who's fresh out of prison. I take the gang to Freddy's house and accidentally skip the cutscene, and somehow we're on a bike chasing Freddy. I miserably fail by chasing Freddy multiple times. Who would have known hitting a wall at 50 kilometers on a bike makes you fall off? I eventually catch up to him and gun him down. I steal a police car and take Freddy to his job at a fast food joint. The gang then rolls out to do a drive-by shooting. I fail miserably and blow up the gang in a fiery blaze. Attempt 2 goes much smoother. We now have the cops on us and need to go to a pay and spray to lose them. Even though he just witnessed me getting in the garage and exiting, we somehow still lose the cops. I drive the gang back home and pass the mission. I then figure I should probably go back to the clothes store and put on something a little bit more respectable to represent the gang. I call this one the Green Guy. Very original name. I go back to the gym and it's some cardio. I want to learn some new fighting moves so I don't suck anymore, while this guy body shames me and tells me to get stronger.
And you're an embarrassment. Get yourself some muscles first.
No wonder CJ moved away. Everyone in this neighborhood is a meanie to CJ. Even I'm starting to become anorexic by all these mean comments. I continue to hit the gym till I'm strong enough. He challenges me to a fight before he teaches me his moves. This doesn't feel entirely fair. He's wearing boxing gloves and I'm wearing brass knuckles. I somehow win the fight. teaches me some moves, so I go outside and decide to try them on a random guy who was just walking by. This starts a gang shooting and I am forced to drive away. I remember one time there was a gang shooting in my neighborhood. It was so awful. There were little kids running around with water guns. I don't even know how I survived. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, consider liking the video or subscribing. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers as YouTube changed the monetization from 1000 to 500. Thanks for watching.